What's good YouTube, it's Adam from I'm a Music Mogul and welcome to another video. In this one I'm going to show you how to make a Mike Dean style bass, that big bass that takes up a lot of the low end. You hear it in a lot of Mike Dean produced tracks. I got a pattern right here from the Weeknd's Heartless remake we put together a couple months back. I think the pattern sort of will reflect that sound very well. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in Logic's ES2 synthesizer over here. And this is what it sounds like in its default settings. You may want to put headphones on for this one because it is a bass sound. But so we're just going to be using oscillator 1 and oscillator number 3. We're going to turn off oscillator 2. We're going to leave this on the sawtooth right over here. We're going to push it more to the sawtooth. And for oscillator 3, we're going to change this to a noise. Get some of that grittiness in there like it's coming from an actual analog synth. But maybe we'll pull that back a little bit. Let's do like a 75-25. Next thing you want to do is turn on mono and turn on unison. And that's where you get like a nice wide full bass sound. Next, to further make this sounding more like a traditional analog synth, we're going to go ahead and push this up. Mike Dean loves his analog synths, and we're going to push up some analog here, which is essentially detuning. So listen to the sound as I pull it up. Maybe we can push that a little bit more even. So over here, I have a little bit of a glide note that hovers over each other. So what we're going to do here is we're going to turn up our portamento or glide. So you get that glide in between the notes. Next, let's go over to our right-hand side over here. We'll just pull this up a little bit. Can leave it something like that. We can add a little bit of drive as well. Make it fat. We can add in a little distortion as well if you like. It's up to you. Alright, next all we gotta do is adjust our ADSR right over here. So I'm going to go ahead and just pull up the attack a little bit so it's not so clicky at the top. And there you have the sound pretty much right there. Maybe we can pull back this a little bit. It's starting to sound a little bit weird. And what I like to do for this, I usually like to cut back the EQ a little bit, do a steep 48 dBs per octave. I like to cut it off around 40, 50, just because it gets a little bit sort of crowded in that area with this sound. So it gets a little bit cleaner. Hear the difference. And lastly, if you want to make this a little bit darker sounding, you can just go ahead and cut up some of the highs here. And that's pretty much the sound right there. Again, you can play with the cutoff here, how much of it you want to come through. But somewhere around there sounds typical Mike Dean bass. So that's how you create a Mike Dean style bass. But that's it for this tutorial. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you do have any questions on this, we can go ahead and talk in the comment section below. You can pretty much replicate this in any DAW, in any synth, just as long as you follow the sawtooth for one oscillator, add a little bit of noise, unison, and you're pretty much good to go with a little bit of EQ work. So that's it from me guys. Once again, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did like this video, remember thumbs up and share it, and of course hit that subscribe button for more good videos like this one. I'll talk to y'all soon. Later.